Okay. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Test, test, test. Okay. There we go. Sorry, it just does that in a loop because I didn't turn the thing off. And chat is working too. All right. Everything is good to go. All right. Sorry. I'm going to need to take a minute here because I am so behind the 8 ball. I haven't even eaten my dinner yet. And I made teriyaki chicken with lo mein. Hmm. Well, usually I post at least a couple hours in advance the notice of the stream. And today I did it like 8 minutes before the stream was supposed to start. And usually I start streaming 15 minutes early. Oh, this is good. Oh, 38 hours. Jeez. Get some sleep, dude. Morning, I was working on my 1,000 subscriber special build. I've got something really special in mind this time, and it is looking really good. All right, what are we doing today? What do we got over here? What's that? Well, that's nothing. That's right, I remember now. I looked at that building last time and it was nothing, and it did not change. Nothing there. How's everybody doing today? Let's go down to 1900 and troll around for some high islands. But not... Ah, would you just stop? Oh my god. Ooh. There we go. Well, that's glad. That's good to hear. I want to find some jungles. Let's go off in that direction for a minute here. Grab my hammer. Oh, I got my setup already. Oh, that's plenty. Have I found one of those giant chair structures? Yes, I have. I actually investigated one a couple streams back, like 2 weeks ago, I think. Nothing interesting. I mean, it's a cool structure, but it doesn't have anything, like, overly interesting inside. Man, I am so ready for this update. Let's check this island. It seems pretty high up. Maybe. I mean, I hope so. It would be cool if, like, because that seems like a pretty significant structure. And it would be cool for it to, like, actually have something cool in it. I wouldn't be surprised if they're, like, giving us structures now just to give us something cool. And that later on, they're going to add stuff to it. Oh, there might be a... No, you don't. Ha ha ha! Oh, there we go. No elites, huh? One elite, that's all I'm asking for. Dang it. It's little buggers. Don't growl at me. That was a good hit. What do we got here? All right, well, I'll take that stuff. We can get rid of those. I can get rid of that too. Viper Temple Reaver. Yes. You know, I think that would be cool if they added in more puzzles and stuff. Because, like, and if it was a puzzle like that where, like, my big beef with the what do you call them? The ancient Nordic puzzle doors in Skyrim. The combo was always the same. So once you knew it, like, it wasn't a challenge anymore. I want them to randomize it. Make the combo different every time. You know? Oh, thank you, Scar Creation. I'm actually, like, way past 1,000 now. I'm at almost 1050. I just had some very enthusiastic supporters that went on a bunch of social media platforms and posted my stuff and said, hey, you should go and subscribe to this guy's YouTube channel. And it worked. Including one particular individual who posted a bunch of stuff on Threads and Facebook. I really got to spread myself out more. I'm on YouTube and I have a Blue Sky, but I never post anything on it. It's a job unto itself. I really need a social media manager. I just don't have any money to pay them right now. But as soon as I start making enough money, I'm going to get a social media manager, and you guys are going to see how I absolutely explode. Yes, I do have a great community. I am very grateful and humbled for having such a good community, because I'm a scumbag. I don't know why such nice people watch me. You guys are great. I want to get up there, but I kind of feel like there's probably nothing up there. Come on. Yeah, I've decided to embrace the whole I'm the evil Slappy. Because there's another Slappy channel. And I'm like, but I don't want to be the evil Slappy. And I'm like, you know what? Forget it. I will be the evil Slappy. Anything on that island? There's nothing there. It's just out here flying around. There should be something on this island. I wish we could pick up these statues, but all they give you is rock. I want a little Grimrock statue of a golem. I want this. Which totally, like, my first piece of merch should just be like a little Grimrock statue paperweight. I mean, not a Grimrock, a Grimverd. Get your own Grimverd paperweight. Or not Grimverd, the golem. The Grimverd golem. Obviously, I couldn't call it a Grimverd, but I could call it a golem. That's not copyrighted. Get your own Lil Golem. That's what I'll call it. I'll call it Lil Golem. Alright, see, this is, who was I talking to the other day that was like, I'd never seen a Spinejaw nest? Somebody mentioned that. This is what the Spinejaw nest looks like. It's got a bunch of broken eggs around it and one unhatched egg in the middle. I hope they give us a way to get more than one egg. Like, it would be cool if that new Tyrannosaurus monster, which I want to revise what I said in the video. I said I thought it would be called something like a Spinejawsaurus Rex or something, or like I think it's going to be called a Spinejaw Apex or something like that. Well, those are trash. How high up am I? 17, I'm almost 1800. Hey, Blackyard, what's up? Slappy Golem. Oh, yeah. I could totally do a Grimverd Golem wearing a TV on his head. Or maybe just a golem made out of TVs. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, I wish they would let us tame Spinejaws. I wish there was... I mean, yeah, we have the... oh, what's it called? The Madness spell? But that's temporary. I want a Spinejaw to be my buddy. And I think it should be a warrior skill. Because, like... And I think they... In addition to that, they need to... Ooh, look what I found. Ooh, look. Square artifact, nice. So I'm thinking like each class can have its own little buddy that flies around, that follows them around. So, you know, we as players can just pick whichever one we want, right? The engineer is going to have little drones. He can have little spider drones or little aerial drones flying around, following him. And the wizard's got his summons. And I hope they introduce necromancy, so if they want to, the wizards can have skeletons, kind of like, you know, undead minions following them around. But I think they need to create a skill for the barbarian where it's like, you know, just call it Beastmaster. Where you can, it's a skill, you use it on a spine jaw, and now that spine jaw is tamed. It's your buddy. And if it dies, you could just get another one. And like each rank is one additional spine jaw buddy that you can have. And you can use it on any like lower intelligence creature. So like it doesn't have to be a spine jaw. If you want, you could befriend a bear or you know, the bugs or something like that. Just any creature. Almost died. I'm okay. Oh yeah, or like that's similar to how it works in what's it, Valheim? Or am I thinking of Ark? Maybe both. I got all of those already. Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna keep that one. Man, there's no elites here. I was just talking on the Discord the other day about, and I actually put up a suggestion for this, right? Where they give us some kind of a consumable, whether it's, you know, like a potion that we throw at a target, or, you know, like a scroll or something that we can cast, a spell, like a book, but it's one use. And what it does is, whatever creature you cast it on becomes an elite. And if it's already an elite, it becomes a legendary. Or if they did it in the form of a potion, you know, the basic one would just make it a stronger version of itself. Because, like, let me show you guys something here. In the compendium, even normal creatures. Here we go. Let's look at the rats. That's simple. Filthy rats. So you see how there's different dots up here, right? And now if you watch the stats, if the basic one has 30, this one's 40, this one's 55, and this one's 300. And these are probably ones I haven't encountered yet because they're at higher altitudes. But, so maybe it just makes it a stronger version. And then the medium-sized potion would make it an elite. And then the master level, the tier 3 potion, would make it a legendary. And it would just use like super rare ingredients. Although honestly, I prefer to just make it just call it an upgrade scroll. And it's just like, if it cast it on a normal creature, turns it into an elite. You cast it on an elite, turns it into a legendary. Cast it on a legendary, doesn't do anything. Maybe it turns it back into a normal creature. Maybe it's like, nope, I don't want to fight a legendary Colossus right now. Let me just turn him back into a regular Colossus. Too powerful. Can't handle it. I have not played Icarus. Friendly fire. I knew a guy in the Marine Corps who used to say, doesn't matter where it comes from, fire is never friendly. Right, I think I'm at the bottom. Unless I missed stairs somewhere. Yep. Oh, you know what? Let's just go right over to this one. Eastbound or down. Motored up and trucking. Ain't everything before we keep me down. I stole your stuff. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. Do it one stroke. Just looking to see if there's any patterns of wood I don't have yet. I think I got all these already. Oh, this guy's stuck. Ooh, I got one of these. I haven't seen one of those yet. That one's definitely going on the mantle. Ah, Murphy's Rules of Combat. I apparently I've heard it. I just didn't know that's what it was called. Wait, I don't want that paper. It just made me think of, I'm watching Reacher the other day, and there's this scene where there's him and this, cop from, I think it's Philadelphia, and they're running, and they're being shot at by, I guess, I don't know, these, like, terrorists or something. But they haven't really revealed who they are yet in the show, so I don't know. And she goes, I got 7 shots left. Let's make them count. and then she just starts blasting wildly out of the back. Like, how is that making it count? You're not even aiming. Ooh, speaking of counting. What are these, papayas? They are papayas. What do papayas do? Purification, light, and last chance. Oh, okay, those are the worthless ones. Well, I mean, I guess I could eat them for food. I'll bet you there's a recipe or something. I can cook them. Make like a fruit punch or something. How many did I get there? 5? That's not bad. Ugh. 2,000 in one swing. Nice. Don't even have any buffs up. I guess I was poisoned. I know, I'll go in from above. He'll never see me. Flapping them loud-ass wings. Like, I can hear you. You're very loud. Like, I've invented a new stealth drone. The enemy will barely know it's there! If you are leaving scorch marks, you need a bigger gun? I don't get that one. Huh. Right now, I understood that, but I don't understand the logic behind the... I would think if I'm leaving nothing but scorch marks, I've basically vaporized my target. Why do I need a bigger gun? I mean, I guess that is true. You can't leave scorch marks on vapor. Just kind of a gross burnt hair smell. I remember I needed spine jaw eggs, but I don't remember why. I think I was upgrading some... Oh, the mask. I need the eggs for the mask. Okay, so it's not if you're leaving nothing but scorch marks. If all you're doing is just leaving a little scorch mark on the target. Got it. Okay. See you later, Quips. Did I say quips? I meant quick tips. Oh, hey. Welcome to the stream, Kanos. All right. I am hunting for spine jaw eggs to finish upgrading my my mask. That I'm hoping I mean at this point it's probably at most I'm gonna get 24 out of it, but it's a start. I've got another one I had on my other save that had 28. I think the theoretical maximum is 35 if you get +5 on every upgrade, which on that particular mask is doable because each upgrade's only got a 50-50 chance of getting something else, because the only other thing it can get besides critical hit damage is defense. All right. I don't know why I keep taking these. They're like little gift wrap useless things. A lot of arrows in this one. Okay, well, this island is kind of a bummer. Wait, really? That doesn't have papaya in it. See, this is what I'm trying to find. That's probably higher up. I love that there's a recipe for water and it's just melt ice. Yeah, I was gonna say, like Lavender Kiss was like my go-to when I was doing the in demo. That's why I'm like, really? They changed it? Do I have a spot? Bamboo yet? Guess it's... I do, right there. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how well maintained Everwind Atlas is. Haven't been there yet, and it looks like it's above me. Hey, Nightcap, what's up? I'm just flying around looking for elites and spine jaws and whatnot. All right. Come on down here, big guy. And he's just ignoring me. Wish I had a bow. Wish I was a baller. Wish I had a girl. If I did, I would call her. Wish I had a rabbit in a hat and a 6-room flat. Ugh. Burn Kiss Papaya Drink. I don't think that one's in the game yet. If it is, I don't have it. I wouldn't look on Everwind Atlas because they got a lot of stuff that they just like they dove into the code and they got a bunch of stuff in there that's not in the game yet. Not necessarily that it's wrong, although apparently they do have one mistake. But they just like they have stuff listed that there's just no way to get it without hacking. This is a dead rock right here. What's that? You should go use the other wiki. Yeah, so there's the Everwind wiki, and then there's also the Everwind Atlas. I think that's what it's called, Atlas. The wiki is the more accurate one.
Not what I thought it was. And we are almost back down to sea level, so let's go back to ship. Ah, okay. Really, the drink was on the wiki? It must be in the game yen, because they don't publish spoilers. At least that's what the guy running it told me. I will be right back, guys. I gotta refresh my drink. Thirsty. All right, I'm back.
It's called Everwind Atlas. Wait, there's a third one? Atlas. Everwindwiki.com, right? That's one. And then there's the Atlas. That's two. What's the third one? Why do I have Dauntless March turned on? Nycup, I think maybe one of your messages didn't get through because you say you mentioned 3, but I only see 2 mentioned. I see Everwind Wiki and I see the Atlas. What's the third one? What was that sound? Did you hear that? Of course. I can't find the monster. The monster's right behind me. It's right behind me, isn't it? Yep, it always is. All right, I got to go back to the ship to get a few things. It just says org. Let me see if maybe... Yeah, no, it just says org. Not just in my overlay, in the actual chat. All right, let me do this. Is it possible that the word you're typing might accidentally be confused for a potty mouth word in the filter? Oh, I see. Okay, so there's everwindwiki.com and then everwindwiki.org. Okay. Yeah, generally speaking, the crystal armor is the best armor in the game. I would say number 2. Let's take a look. So this is 35. Now, when I say, like, when you're looking at armor, right, all of these armors, you're just looking at the defense because all the other attributes on the armor are variable. So it's like, well, you can go, well, yeah, this one has ice resistance and that one's got fire resistance. But the thing is, both of those are They fluctuate. You could have the same piece of armor with any number of mods on it. So you're really only looking at the defense. So the defense in the Crystal Beast set is the best one. Then we have 25 here, 24, 20. Let's see, what's this one? 27. So I think this one might be number 2, except there's one set of armor that I don't have on my list there because it's not made here. It is made at a fabricator, and that is this one, 22. So yeah, if that's the case, then that means this is number 1, this is number 2. No, this is number 2, the Skull Fang, but this is also, it's interesting that the 2 best types of armor in the game are in the jungle. Interesting. And then this will be number 3. Word of Our Lord would probably be number 4. So if you've got Masterwork steel armor, you're probably doing okay. Hold on. Let me. What do we got here? There's a crystal set. The YouTube's filter probably blocked it because it was a .org. And so they probably blocked it because, I don't know, maybe they thought it was inappropriate or it's political or something. I only have like very basic filtering turned on. Yeah, I mean, you're probably doing fine with the steel. I mean, let me put my helmet on here to kind of give you an idea. Like, I'm at a 212. You should be able to get up to about 190 with steel. No problem. I mean, let me go ahead and bust out a set of steel here real quick. Where's the boots? There they are. All right, here we go. Oh, I'm out of steel. I'll just make the whole stack. Let's see. And then we'll have what? 22 from the boots, I think. What are the boots at? 20? So that puts it at 83 with no upgrades. And I also don't have any bonuses to defense on any of this. So figure, because it doesn't go +1, +2. When you upgrade it, sometimes it'll give you 2 or 3 points of defense in a single rank. So you figure this will probably be about 150-ish. And that's without a shield, and that's without taking into account any variability for bonus defense. Like what do I have? Oh, my helmet. My mask has a +2 bonus defense. See that? So like you can get that on almost any piece of armor. And that'll make it a little bit better. But yeah, this is a good set of armor. Like if you want to just play with this armor, you can. See, 112 is not bad. If you max that out, you'll probably easily get to about 150, and that's if you don't have any bonus defense on any of it. I'm ballparking here. I don't know exactly what it would come out to, but it's a good set of armor. Like, yes, crystal armor and even this armor right here, the Skull Fang, they're both, statistically, they're going to be better. And this one is actually even better, I would say, in a lot of ways than the Crystal Beast, because you see, this is advanced armor, whereas the Crystal Beast is master level. So if you're not playing a warrior primary, like maybe you want to go Arcanist, you only need to put 10 points into your warrior to be able to unlock that, to get to this level of armor. Whereas you would need to put another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, another 7 ranks. So you'd need to put 17 to unlock master level armor, whereas with this, you only need to put 10. So you could put your other 29 in Arcanist. or engineer for that matter. But that's, I mean, now we're getting into like character building strategy. Just the base defense of the armor, the steel armor's good. It's a good set. And the Crystal Beast is like end game content anyway. Like if the game is assuming that you're not going to have the Crystal Beast armor when you go to fight the Golem, because the Golem is where you get it, right? And the Golem is like the second toughest boss in the game. Oh, that's right. I came up here to get stuff. Yeah, and I do know that there is, in the future, I don't know when, maybe when they unlock the engineer tree for real, like legit. I know that there's going to be a, you know how the steamer armor is called rusty steamer armor. There's going to be a set that's not rusty, that's got a better defense. And instead of having the advanced or master, it's going to be called technical. Or I mean, that's, I know that that's one option of it. It's something that I think the engineers are going to have access to, where if they have the skill for it in the engineer tree, engineers will be able to use that armor and everybody else will not. Man, I thought there was a nest up here. That's why I went to get my boots. Didn't think I could get you up here, did you? You thought you were safe. But yeah, that's why I'm like, I see people complain about stuff like, dude, like there's stuff that's not in the game yet that's going to address that problem. I keep seeing people requesting things and I'm like, they're probably like, why are you asking for that? They're probably already going to do that. Like I see hints of stuff already in the game that's like, oh, this is setting up for this later. I don't like that the armor explosion happens even if the character's dead. Because if it's an NPC doing it, it's like they're dead. Why would it still trigger? And if it happens when I die, like I'm dead. Why do I care? They should call that rune the Petty Revenge rune. Because it's like, it doesn't even do a huge amount of damage. It's just such a... What is this doing here? Why is there steamer scrap items in a jungle island this high up? That is weird. Like, you know, I bet that the engineers are not just going to have perks to allow them to use steamer tech. I bet they're going to have perks that make the steamer tech better in their hands than it would be in a warrior's. Like, I'd wager that the steamer scrap pickaxe will be more effective if you have the engineer perk to unlock it than it would be like normally. Like, it could work as well as an iron axe. That would be cool. It's like, yeah, anybody can use this pickaxe, but only an engineer can use it correctly. The unlock... what do I think? I think it's possible that they would unlock it.
What do I want? I don't want them to unlock it. I like that we can't have every skill. Like, it's one of the things that kind of bugged me about, like, I just, and I understand some people want that, which is why I do think they're going to do it. And I get why some people want, they're like, no, I just want to play solo. I just want to have every single skill. And it's like, you know, being forced to choose, like, okay, I'm going to take this skill instead of that one, and like design how you're going to build your character for efficacy. Like, I have a character in Fallout that's like 178 or 189, I think is where he's at last time I checked him. He's just ridiculously high. And every weapon he picks up, gun, knife, you know, super sledge, chainsaw, doesn't matter. He does 1 million damage with it. And to me, that kind of makes the game not fun. Because now, like, I mean, that's where I got the Slappy Box, like, look from. The jeans and the t-shirt and the computer head. Because I was so powerful that my equipment didn't matter anymore. So I'm like, I'm just going to run around killing everything in a jeans and a t-shirt. Because I'm that OP. And it was like, you know, and the thing is, it's not even like, well, I can run around in a jeans and a t-shirt and kill everything because I have this insanely powerful one-shot gun. No, literally all guns are one-shot guns. All bladed weapons are one-shot weapons. They're all like, I was One Punch Man. The game's not balanced for a level 200 character. It's balanced for a level 50 character. So that, you know, when you get into that stretch where you're like level 60, level 70, level 80, at that point, you already feel like an unstoppable god. To then keep going is like, why? But, like I said, I know that some people enjoy the grueling climb all the way up to level 200 to unlock every skill. And like I said, in Fallout, I've done that climb. And I know, you know, there's people out there that enjoy being able to just literally, like, what method of murder do I prefer to use today? And just literally just have a rack of weapons on the wall that they can just pick one. And like, all right, today I'm going to kill everything with a pipe wrench. And I'll be honest, I'm double biased because I do like being forced to choose, because it forces critical thinking and it forces me to weigh my options. But I'm uniquely also, being a content creator, it's like, if you have the ability to unlock every single skill, you don't need character builds. So I can't make a character build video. Because every video would be like, all right, today's build is the unlock everything build. Done. Equipment doesn't matter. Weapon doesn't matter. Just unlock everything, you win. There's no creativity in that. It doesn't force it. There's no skill to it. It's like, you know, if we just, all right, we're going to go out in the forest and we're going to kill boars until we're level 200 and then we'll kill everything. It's like, there's no skill to that. Anybody can do that. Yes, it takes a really, really long time. I want to be challenged. I want to be told, okay, you have these limited resources. You've got 50 levels. You've got these weapons. Pick one, get good. Don't die. I don't want to go to... Yeah. And I think, and that's what most people do. That's what I did in Fallout. So like I said, Fallout, you can You can play till you have every skill unlocked. And I did make videos where it was like, all right, we're going to do a level 50 build. Because beyond level 50, your build doesn't matter anymore. Even if your build up until that point was garbage, it's like, well, you have, even by accident, you're going to have a good build by then. You know, I mean, I could do a level 100 build in Fallout, but it's like, at that point, it's just like, just buy everything in the strength and the dexterity tree, and you win. The characters I guess my point is like, characters become homogenous. If we don't have to choose what skills we have, there becomes no difference between your character and my character. That's why when people talk about like, oh, we want you to remove the unpredictability of crafting. It's like, but if you have absolute control over what kind of weapon you can make, like, everybody's going to make this. Every person will have a maxed out critical hit sword. And I know people already, like, I've got one. It's not really maxed out. It can go quite a bit higher. I just took what I could get. And, there's no jungles over here. We'll just fly till we find some jungles. I'd like for there to be uniqueness. And that's why you always see, like, in, like, say, for example, what's the name of that game? What is that game? It's 5v5 on a square map. You got top, bottom, mid lane. And, you know, each team has their own nexus in one corner. League of Legends. And so if, you know, in League of Legends, when the developers, they look at what's going on in the meta, right? And they're like, oh, well, like, everybody's playing this one character. And they go look at it and like, oh, well, people figured out that this right now is the best possible build in the game, so everybody's playing it. So they go and rebalance it so that character's not so powerful. And then everybody leaves that character, but they all go in different directions. And it instigates diversity of character builds again. Plus, and then people talk about like, well, I want to bring my character progression from game to game. And it's like, so you want no level cap, and you want to carry your progression from server to server. So you just want to walk into a new server on day one and be level 250. And then they're like, they don't understand why that would be an issue. How do you not understand what the issue with that would be? I mean, like, think about it. Like, God just logged into your server, and he's a petulant 13-year-old child. And he's just here to mess stuff up, and break stuff, and steal stuff, and ruin everybody. And there's people like that. There is people that are just, they just exist, not to, they draw pleasure from destroying your happiness. Like, they get enjoyment out of seeing people cry and knowing that they caused it. You know what? I got some junk here I can get rid of. You know, I thought 5 was the most you could get out of these, but I've never seen one start above 4%. I think 4% might be the best. Yeah, exactly. And the other issue is that, like, when people talk about they want to keep the progression, and then I ask them, everybody has a different answer for what that means. For some people, it's like, I just want to keep my recipes. For other people, it's like, I just want to keep my compendium. Some people are like, no, I want to keep my ship and my equipment. and my loot. And there's so many, each one of those things, like I think probably the most reasonable one, the one that I could get behind is like keeping your compendium, because that's just information. But like if you're keeping like all your recipes, or especially if you're keeping all your equipment, the whole point of the game is hunting down recipes and unique items. So if you start a brand new map and you load in and you already have everything, congratulations, you just won, log off. You're starting the game completed. It would be like if you played Mario and you started the game standing next to the princess. Junk. I'm getting off of this rock. There's nothing good here. Right. Like, and then I actually had somebody to... Ooh. I see a golem. It's party time. There's one person that actually said that, you know, they're like, well, these other games, they've done it, and one of the games they named was Minecraft. And I'm like, my dude, what are you talking about? What do you mean Minecraft lets you keep your progression? The only progression in Minecraft is what kind of armor are you wearing? Like, there's no, you don't learn the recipes. You don't, I mean, you do learn the recipes, but you know, when you pick up wood, you learn every recipe that uses wood. When you pick up copper, you learn every recipe that uses copper. It's not like you got to go out and hunt for recipes. If you got the materials to make something, you've already gotten the recipe. There's no progress to take. And, I mean, I suppose there's, like, your levels of magic, but for enchanting, I've never seen, like, the game let you carry over, oh, I've got 240 levels of XP on this one server, and the game just lets me carry that over to a different server? No. That's not a thing. What are you talking about, dude? Like, I had no idea what this guy was like. What? And then I went back and I deleted my reply because I, like, you know, it's okay to disagree with people, but then, like, after I posted that, I'm like, man, I was a jerk. I'm going to delete that. Because, I mean, the guy's allowed to have his own opinion. And I feel like I don't want to be that guy anymore, you know? Like, I joke about, like, oh, yeah, I'm a scumbag, but, like, I used to be, like, a real jerk. And then I kind of, like, looked at the way I was treating people, and, you know, when you stop and think about it, look at your life, like, is this the kind of person I really want to be? And I was like, no, I don't want to be that guy anymore. I don't like that guy. I hate that guy. So I, you know, and I slip up. I'm, you know, old habits are hard to break, but I try every day to be better than I was the day before. Yeah, you know, I used to be like that too. I used to play on a server, and some dude would join the server, and I'd be like, hey, you want a full set of iron armor and iron tools and a bunch of diamonds and a bunch of food? And very frequently they would be like, nope, no thanks. And in fact, on this particular server, when someone did join and, like, would immediately, like, hey, can I have some free stuff, anybody? That person didn't last long on the server, because most people actually found that irritating. Alright. Wow. God, he never turned around. Meh. I don't think, because like the thing is like, one of the things you got to keep in mind is you don't know how old the person on the other side of the keyboard is. Like, you can't see their face, you can't hear their voice. It might be a little kid, they might be special somehow. You don't know. Like, they might just be a shut-in or like a coddled mama's boy. You don't know. So I don't think that it comes from stupidity or being dumb. I think it comes from a lack of like experience of the world. All right, exit. There we go. Because I mean, there's plenty of people that in my lifetime have called me dumb, and it's like, I'm not dumb, I'm just ignorant. I didn't know. I always tell people the difference between being dumb and being ignorant is that when you're ignorant, you lack information. When you're dumb, you lack understanding. Like, I can give you the information, and you just look at it and look at me and go, I still don't get it. That is being dumb. And that often, well, I wouldn't call that dumb. That is, it is, because the thing is, oftentimes when someone is in that state where they are incapable of understanding, like being ignorant is just having a lack of access to resources to learn. Like, maybe you don't have access to books, maybe you can't read because you're dyslexic or something. It's not your fault. That's just a lack of access in some way, shape, or form. And it can be corrected. That's the main difference. When you're ignorant, it can be corrected. When you are... See, like, I try to think of, like, dumb is an offensive way to put it. Stupid is an offensive way to put it. When you are incapable of comprehending, let's put it that way. That can't be fixed. Ignorance can be fixed. If you're uneducated, if you're uninformed, you can be educated. You can be informed. And that's like the main difference. So, that's why I don't like to call people stupid. Because I don't think they're stupid. Either they're just lacking all the data, or they have a disability. And in either case, you shouldn't call them stupid. Sorry, I got way off on a tangent there. What was I doing? Oh, right, I was killing goblins. Ooh, right, we gotta check the sword handle. Oh yeah, yeah, I give you that one. Like, I don't know how many times someone's asked me, like, well, how do I do this? I'm like, all right, so step 1, get out your phone. Step 2, open Google. Step 3, type in Google, how do I do this? I even got to a point on that when I was on that Minecraft server where, whenever somebody would come on and ask a question, it's be like, you understand by asking us this question, what you're doing is you're just asking, can someone Google this for me? Because that's all we're going to do. We don't have the answers memorized. We're just going to go Google it. And you could have Googled it yourself. Oh, nice. Get anything good from it? See, that's one of the reasons why I created this YouTube channel. Because I know at some point people are going to get sick of explaining stuff, and then they're just going to start linking my videos. Hey, does anybody know how to find the Wraith Lord? And they just link my Wraith Lord video. I am going to do one of those videos for every boss. I just got to, like, track them down. I just got to get the footage. I mean, the answer's in the name. High level. I mean, let me go up here. Ooh, poison tree. Or poison flower. Check this out. And I got nothing. Way to make me look stupid. All right, how about this one? No ores. Here we go. Coal. Look at that. We got some coal. Nothing. Okay, this particular temple's making me look dumb. There's some gold. Come on. We got some iron. That's kind of high level. I think the high level ore we're all talking about here is, oh, you know what? I bet there's some more down here. Is aluminum. Oh, and magnesium. I forgot about magnesium. Look, there's some aluminum. This is it right here. You need to get armor, so you need to find some jungle golems, but not ones that are over 1900. I mean, in all honesty, like the likelihood that you're going to find a golem above 1900 is exceptionally slim. Like this one, what am I at right now? This one's 1635. Like, it has been my experience that most golems spawn between like 14 and 1700, and it is exceptionally rare to even see a colossus above 1850. But honestly, for me, the easiest way to get aluminum and magnesium is, I mean, I spent most of the game here stocking up money, right? So if I really needed aluminum and magnesium, I would just go to vendors in towns and buy it. And armor smiths and weaponsmiths, they do sell aluminum and magnesium ingots. And sometimes you'll also find nuggets of ore, like, let me see if I've got some so I can show you what I'm talking about. Not this stuff. This is magnesium. I'm talking about magnesium ore. You find this stuff at vendors all the time, and it doesn't always give you, like, let me go ahead and stick these in here right now. It doesn't always give you stuff, but what it does, it gives you a decent amount. These are, and they only cost, like, they're like 5 each. These are good. It's like, look at that. I got 10 and I paid 5 coins for it. That's half a coin each. Another 9. Sometimes you just get rocks. Like, see, that one just gave me rocks. These, I call them, these are like the scratch-offs of Everwind. Sometimes you get a couple of bucks, sometimes you just get garbage. And every once in a while, you get the big ticket. You want to buy them from jewelers. They're not very common at all. I've never seen them in the wild. They're really only like from jewelers in town. See, like, that gave me mostly ore. I did not get that much stone. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, jewelers are not terribly common. You do see them more when you get higher up. But even then, they're still not, like, super common. What you want to do is, when you're looking for a jeweler, just fly around looking for towns. If you look at the town and you only see 3 houses with green roofs, don't even land. If you see 4 or 5 roofs, and especially if you see market stalls, you know, the little 4 stalls, those are the ones you want to check. Because when if there's only 3, those 3 are always going to be a general merchant, a weaponsmith, and an armor smith. Always. Those are in every town. But when you get to 4, 5, and 6, those are the ones that are going to be jewelers, and the really rare ones that I don't see very often are builders and carpenters. Those are super, super rare. I rarely see them. I want to go throw this wall in here just to see what it gives me. That's not bad. I thought it gave more. I thought those walls gave like way more stone than that. I must have been thinking of something else. Let's put some of this stuff away. Stop at a town of 3 if I have got too much junk. Well, yeah, I mean, if you have a reason to stop there, or, you know, if you're at like a mid-altitude, like 1400, and you're looking for Seraph Dawn, that's a good reason to stop too. But I already have a Seraph Dawn, so I don't need to stop at those anymore. Because honestly, that's like, you know, it's like a Smeargle in Pokemon. You don't need a perfect one. You just need to fill the Pokedex and then move on. Because even a perfect one is still trash. There were a lot of Pokemon that were like, why is this in the game? This is terrible. It's just here to fill a Pokedex entry. All right. 9,333. That is impressive. That is better than this ship. This ship only has around 6,100. 9,000 is that is very nice. Literally the only ship I have that's got more than that is my castle, which is at 23,000 and something. And that's not remotely maxed out. It is absolutely possible with like a gigantic maxed out ship to have well over 100,000. But at that point, you are not crafting anything inside that building. Because what will happen is you will try to turn one plank into a stick, and then your game will freeze and never unfreeze. It'll be like that for days. There is such a thing as too much storage in this game. I mean, even my ship, my castle, like, I am hesitant. What is this thing? Thought it was some kind of weird flower. It's just a fern. The dog Pokemon in the starter town? Which starter town? Because there are like 13 versions of Pokemon, not counting the weird stuff like Pokemon Rangers and Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu and that kind of stuff. Let's get a move on then. Y'all, I was at the store today and marked off 50% were these cookies. And they look like some really high quality, like, I'm not talking no Chips Ahoy stuff, okay? Like some really high quality, like from a bake shop kind of chocolate chip cookies. But then I took a closer look. They weren't chocolate chips. It was little crumbled up pieces of Twix. So this thing's got little bits of chocolate in it, little bits of caramel in it. It's got that little shortbread piece inside the Twix. Oh, these cookies are so good, you guys. They're so soft and chewy, even at room temperature. You're like sending a bug report to the developer. Yeah, my game froze. Like, well, what happened? It's like, I don't know. I placed a chest on my ship and the whole game froze. Like, well, how many chests do you have? Like 4,000? The ship is basically made of chests. Like, why? Like, there was one person, they made their entire ship out of, man, why do I keep choking? They made their entire ship out of caged pipe. And it looked amazing. But they were getting like 2 frames a second. Like the ship just would not move. And they're like, I don't understand. It's like, because dude, every single block of your ship is constantly updating. But I mean, like, what you were describing, I don't think that's a limit on the number of... I don't think that's a hard limit on the game. I think you reached the limit of what your computer can process. That's why the developers are like, well, we didn't even know there was a limit. There's not a limit on the game. You had a better computer, you probably could have kept going.
No, that's a tavern. I'm starting to be able to, like, identify what kind of shops they are just from the shape. The infected, huh? I'm guessing that, zombie survival? Now that's a high-level island. And it's got market stalls. We are definitely stopping. Oh, wait, that's not a market stall. Dang it. I hate it. Like, they go and put this city, like, super high up, and there's nothing good in it. Which reminds me... Huh. This is an issue. I'm gonna have to remove that. An axe? It's steel. Because I want to place this over there. No, frickin'. There we go. Is that backwards? I think that's backwards. Hang it. Is that how it's supposed to go? I think that's correct. Okay. This is a steel armor stand. Why does it use an axe? Let's see. I think... What do we have down there? That's a bunch of shops in that town. Well, that's a tavern. Oh, that's a carpenter. That's a pig pen. Stalls. And then I think these two are just weapons and armor. And I guess that makes that one the... Yeah. I agree. But I mean, like the Colossus doesn't even really... I guess he does have a head.
It's got that weird, like, square with one eye, you know, looks kind of like Soundwave from the Transformers. But, like, I don't think aluminum is gonna... I think the only reason that aluminum is hard to find right now is because the altitude caps at 2,000. When the altitude goes up, we're going to start finding aluminum ore veins. Yes, but unfortunately, it is made of steam or scrap metal, and so you need the drill to break it. Ah, yeah, see, it was an alchemist. Okay. Or herbalist. Lame. And it's got a chicken coop. Chicken coop and a pig pen. And a barn. Why is there not a farmer villager? Oh, you know what? That reminds me. There is something that I want to acquire. He won't have it. But maybe somebody else will. I'm just going to wipe out this town. Nobody in this town has anything I want. Because there's an item that I didn't know was in the game because I don't go on killing sprees like this. Apparently, it's the only way to get it. Yeah, and saplings. That's why I want a farmer villager. I want a guy that sells saplings. And they could even tie the saplings he sells to nearby islands. So if there's a nearby rotten biome, he'll sell rotten saplings. If there's a nearby jungle biome, he'll sell jungle saplings. And so on. Okay. Filthy Olga. Yeah, there's an item that I'm trying to acquire. You can only acquire from poor villagers. because they are the only ones that wear it. But I think I can only get it from a villager if they're already wearing the item. And I don't think I've ever seen a villager wearing the item. Sorry about the blood. That's from a chicken. Oh, come on. Those guys should at least drop one piece of armor. There they are. Yes, specifically the poor. And the technical term is ethnic cleansing, and it's not okay. Well, it would really be ethnic. Poor is not an ethnicity. It's class warfare. That's what it is. It's just sticking up through the ceiling here. This is weird. I mean, look, I don't want to do the reason I don't have this item yet is because I don't like doing this. I don't like going around killing all the poor people. But, you know, the developers put this item in the inventory of poor people, and they're like, yeah, you can't buy it. The only way to get it is murder. I'm like, for real? All right, fine. You know how many pirates I had to kill to get this hat? I guess that's different because they're pirates. So they're like, you know, they were all bad people. Did y'all see that movie? I forget what it was called, but basically the premise was there was a disease that only infected rich people, and the only way to survive was to give away all your money. And see, this structure right here, this is another good place to get high-level ores. Oh yeah, there are some people out there that are like, nope, I choose death. And like, you know what? I've always wanted to go skydiving without a parachute. I've always wondered what that's like. Going out like a boss. And I wouldn't be surprised if there were some people like that in this movie. But, I mean, I do believe there are some people in the world like, their life is the only thing they value. Their own life, not the life of others. Like, I don't care if you die. But I'll give away all of my money if it'll prevent me from dying. They're terrified of death. Like, even more than a normal person. Like, no, I have not made my peace with it. But you see all these like ultra wealthy guys that are always trying to find ways to like live forever. It's like, it's not going to happen, dude. You can live for a long time. You might find some incredible life extending technology, but eventually you're going to die. Oh, there's coal all over the place in here. Yep. Father Time is the undefeated, undisputed heavyweight champion of killing your eighth. I'm not going to keep that. Damn game's trying to make me look bad. While we're like, oh, there's good high level ores in there, and it's giving me a copper and tin. Oh, there's some aluminum. Thank you. There we go. Look. Almost missed that. Let's see, these guys drop ores too. I wasn't even noticing that. Owie. Well, I got nine aluminum out of there. Any zinc? I didn't get not zinc, magnesium. No magnesium. All I really cared about was the aluminum anyway. You know what? I'm gonna make like a buttload of these, right? Not that many though. Yeah, that should give me a full stack. And it clears out some space in here. Honestly, I should sell some of this. Ooh, jungle. There are those who wish for mortality that can't figure out what to do on a rainy Sunday afternoon. Yeah. To me, immortality doesn't sound great because it's like, yeah, great, you don't want to die, but like everyone else around you is gonna. You can't save everyone. It's like, yeah, maybe you take the serum. Let's say they invent a substance. That you take this substance. Hey, Doge, what's up? And this substance lets you live forever. There's going to be people that don't want it, that aren't going to take it. And you're going to have to outlive those people. What are you going to do if you want to take the serum and your wife doesn't? We're just talking about... got off on some tangent about... how did we get started on this? I think we were talking about a movie? Spoken like someone who's never been truly in love. When you find the one, you immediately know there is not gonna be another one. If the person I'm with now passed away, I would probably just, when they go to bury him, I'd climb in the hole with him. I wouldn't want to live without him. And I certainly wouldn't think, well, I'll just find another one. No, I won't. I'm never finding another person like this again. You know, I've never been inside this particular type of temple, and I never realized how much resources there were just laying around in here. Yeah, exactly. What are you going to do when you have immortality? And it's like, okay, maybe you don't die of old age or disease, but you're still going to get beaten up. Like, what are you going to do if, like, there's and if you live forever? Eventually, it is inevitable. Something really bad is going to happen. All your arms and legs are going to get chopped off. You'll get buried alive somehow, maybe in an earthquake. Like, it's inevitable that at some point you're going to be put in a scenario where you desperately wish for death, and you know that it's not coming. Immortality is always a curse. It is always a curse. It's never good. Because there are things that can make you wish for death. And for me, knowing that when those things come along, you know, when I'm in such intense agony and disease, knowing that, like, okay, well, at least it'll end when I'm dead. But if you can't die, it's like, no, this is it. This is my life. Eternal suffering forever. That's my life. I don't know. I know time heals all wounds and all that, but I think there's some wounds time can't heal. No, I agree. Nothing can last forever, but it can last the rest of my life. I mean, listen, I know it's rare in this day and age, but there are people in their 80s who are still married that got married when they were 17 years old, straight out of high school, and they're still deeply in love with each other. So it's not like, yes, it's rare, but it's possible. Well, got it. You know, both of my grandparents are they passed, but they were married, I don't know, 80 years, and they were married at the end. Buried right next to each other. Well, it could have been 80 years. They got married when my grandfather got back from World War II. He was in the Navy, and so that would have been 1943? Wow, I guess it was. I guess it was nearly 80 years. Because she died in 2016, so that would have been... Oh, no, that would have been about 70 years. Still, that's an impressive run. You have 0 hit points. Die. I know I went down in here, but is there like an underneath area? I guess not. All right. See, I'm looking for caves. That's what I'm looking for. Here we go. Now we're talking. All right. Currently, it's 150. I got the Dauntless March boots on. So I don't need this armor. Oh, lifesteal. I'll grind that up. They do, actually. There is a Rocky equivalent. It's mostly spine jaws. I'll see if I can find one. Oldest living woman just turned 117. She was married for 43 years, but it's been another 50 years since he died. Wow. Yeah, and because it's rocky and there's not a lot of tree cover, they're easier to see. Here we go. What did I get? Garbage. That's what I got. Finally found an elite, and he gave me some steel bow. Come on. Bogus. 1 block safe fall, huh? Well, adrenaline, I'll take that. Thought there was another one up here. Right? There's a... Okay, I guess there's not. Ah. Stop running around. Ooh, I didn't know these could just grow in the wild like this. Heck yeah, and I already got my harvest gloves on. Nice. A plan for a place to put the totems. I do not. But I'm the kind of guy that, like, I pick stuff up that I'm like, I am certain I am not going to use this. Look at that. Harvest. Oh, mainly just harvest. I'll pick stuff up that I'm like, I'm positive I'm not going to use this, but I'm taking it anyway, just in case. Well, that's my daily rare. I found some nebula. Just growing in the wild. Which I didn't think was possible. I thought they only dropped from jungle ants. And, like, the poison spitter plants. See, now I want to look around for more. Because if they'll grow in one spot, maybe they'll grow in another. Ooh, chili peppers. Oh, I'll get around to it. I upgraded it on the other. It's just, there's no real benefit to it. On my other playthrough, though, I did upgrade it just because it's like every piece of gear I was wearing was a +10, except for the shovel. I'm like, well, it looks incomplete. Up there. Anything in here? Junk. These boots are awesome. I don't need all these nails. I got plenty of nails. I don't need that wood either, or that stick. And over here already. Ah, deep cave. All right, now we're talking. Oh, not wearing my gloves. Hopefully I'll find some more of those. Ooh, some ice. Ugh, all right. All right. Oh, you know what? Let me go. Gotta do a dump real quick. Got too much stuff. Gotta dump some of this stuff out. Oh, I got the fifth one. I think there's one more, and then I'll have them all. Taking about all I can take out of that sword. Keep forgetting to switch back after I do bosses. Paper. All right. Now, I believe I saw. I did. Oh, see, right there. That's a rocky version of a jungle right there in front of me. Which means I'm going to stop there real quick because I bet that means it's got spine jaws. And then we're going to hop down there because I see a Wraith Lord cemetery. And I'm frozen. It's the game, you guys. It's not the stream. Oh, it moved a little bit. There I go. Mm. Man, I wish Harvest worked on eggs. Is that a hex rat? Where did you get blue dust to turn yourself into a hex rat on a jungle biome island? Ooh. Dusty green bones, full of green dust. Dusty old bones, full of green dust. Dude, what is going on? More ice. Who wants to bet that I get a shield in this cave? I could just see some villager like, I'm sure we could use this as a rat poison. There's no way they could survive eating this. And it turns out to be like rat steroids. Well, this has been a most profitable excursion. Ooh, more ice. Come on. There we go. Ugh, bro. Just will not let me get up there. Oh. All right. We'll try a different approach here. There. Should have done that to begin with. Stick block is the solution to all problems. Usually I get down to like the bottom of like a really deep cave like this. I'm like, all right, well, I'll just fast travel back to the ship. With these boots, I can literally just jump out of the cave. I already went that way. Got to step away. Pet supplies already been delivered. I need to clean up. Okay. I totally hear you. I got some pets myself, and they need a lot of supplies. Take care. Thanks for coming by. Unless you're coming back, then see you soon. Okay. Ooh. Come on. All right. There. This is the We Suck at Jumping Club. Only people who suck at jumping can get in. All right. How is 385 a crit on this weapon? That's like just base damage. I really wish I knew how this game calculates damage and crits. Ooh. That's a manlith over there. Ooh. How many did I get out of that? 20? That's not bad. Anything else over this way? It's iron, but I got plenty of that. This stuff does harvest, right? Oh, diligence. That's just as good. I knew I wanted it for something. Yeah. Well, no, it's more like we purchase pet supplies and then they play with the box. Go spend $250 on a cat tree and they just play with the box all day. Guys, the cat tree is right here. And we're like, nope, we don't care. We want you know what? I want to start a whole line of cat products that's just made out of cardboard boxes. The cardboard box cat tree. Cats will love it. And so will you, because it's only $5. And like, I wish I was joking, but like, every time we order an Amazon package, we open the box and we have to leave the box on the floor in the middle of the living room so that the cats can all play with it and inspect it. And they always, like, when we're like, all right, guys, come on, it's trash day, we got to throw away the box. They all give us dirty looks. You're stealing our box. You do this every time. Cats do love boxes. Oh, there is so much resources on this island. William Kimbrough, welcome to chat. What's up? What's happening, my dude? I'm just running around collecting resources. Oh wow, I have actually started a second stack of these. And I'm close to another stack of these. See, the eggs are what I needed, though. But I mean, I'm not going to complain about this other stuff. Yeah, it's good to always have like a... Wow, look at this. There's so much manolith, too. Come on. There we go. Oh, I actually got it. Okay. I thought if you hit him directly, you wouldn't get the manolith because you broke it. Apparently, I was wrong. All right. Let's get out of this hole. I think I've cleaned it out pretty well. Thank you, William Kimbrough. I am very grateful to everybody, including obviously all of you, for subscribing. I am working on a new build. You know, whenever I do whenever I hit a milestone, at 100 I built something. And look, I might want to go back and redo the one I did for 100 because that was a jalopy, man. I tried to rebuild the Pridwin in Fallout in a settlement. Obviously, it couldn't move because it was just settlement objects, but it looked awful. And I couldn't get the settlers to go up there. I built the stairs for them to go up there, and I like put all their beds up there, and they just wouldn't go up. Apparently, settlers will not climb like higher than like 8 floors. But then for 500, you guys know I did the Orion, which has been my main ship in my playthrough, my first playthrough, ever since. Anybody ever seen one of these snap blooms as an elite? So I am doing another special build for 1,000. And this is one that I've been wanting to do for a while. And this is a very unique build. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe 30% of the way through it. And I got to tell you guys, it looks really amazing. And that's not to brag. That's like I wasn't sure it was going to look good at all. I thought it was going to look terrible. But so far, it's coming out nice. And I got another extra little surprise that I'm going to attach with it. But you guys will see when I put the video out. I heard a derisive snort. Oh. Man, I can't wait to show you guys. This thing is... I mean... It's going to be great. Originally, I'm gonna tell you what my original plan was, because I'm not going to do it now, because I don't have a very important block that I would need to build this. I was going to build the Millennium Falcon, like a 1-to-1 reproduction. Problem is, that 360 glass cockpit, I need to have glass blocks for that. There's no other way to do it. My hope is that after the next update, they introduce glass blocks, so we can all have glass stairs and glass slabs and stop. Yeah, in Everwind. So that I can build the Millennium Falcon. Because it's like, if there is a sci-fi ship to build in it, that's it. That's the one. It did the Kessel Run in 13 parsecs. There you are. I knew I heard a snort around here somewhere. But, yeah, unfortunately, because I don't have glass blocks, I don't think I can make it look right. But there's another ship. Ooh, more nebula flower. Look at this. There was another... Like, you guys could guess all day, you'd never get it. This is not something anybody would ever think of. But I will say that it is very appropriate to the steampunk aesthetic of this game. Which, maybe steampunk aesthetic is a bit of a stretch, but I don't think it's that much of a stretch. This is kind of a steampunk game. The Ebon Hawk? I'm not sure I'm familiar with that one. Oh, I see what you're saying. It's a joke. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I just went a little Drax there for a minute. All right. There we go. Now we got a good stockpile of these. And we got a decent amount of these, too. I'm going to move these over to harvest. Those should go over as well. The diligence. These shouldn't be here at all. Neither should that. Ooh, sharpness. I like to separate out all the ones that I know I'm going to use often. This is only found in rotten biomes. Sharpness. Which is mainly, like, the ones I mainly am going to use are going to be sharpness and, or sharp instinct, I should say. And, what was the other one called? I always forget the name. Lethal precision.
I am not familiar with Knights of the Old Republic, believe it or not. I missed that one. I heard about it, I clocked it, I knew it existed, I just never got around to it. It was on my radar. That's as close as I ever got. Rearrange this here a little bit. Oh no, I've got like a whole, like I'm going to do the Pridwin. I'm probably at some point going to try to make an Imperial Star Destroyer. Do I have? No, that's lethal precision. Doesn't go here either. Oh, this is lethal precision. Okay. So what's this doing here? That don't go there. That don't go there either. None of this goes here. I need to move these over here. Well, that worked out nicely. So that now I can do, we'll do sharpness first. Sharpness, lethal precision, sharpness, lethal precision. I'm probably going to try to do an Enterprise as well, or at least, like, I mean, because if you look at my ship, I'm kind of vibing on doing a Voyager, because if you kind of look at it, this kind of already looks like Voyager. I feel like this
This ship kind of looks like if you combined Voyager with Battlestar Galactica. Which I think is a pretty cool way to put it. Let's see. What did I put? Here we go. Precision. All right. Loot luck. This goes over here. Yeah. The Forest Rite Feast. Actually, I should make some of those. That's a good idea. Oh, look at this. I've already got 64 over here. I forgot I already made some. Oh, this thing's still going? Jeez. I know I got, let's see. Lethal Precision. Lethal Precision. No, we're not using that. So like for Lethal Precision, we got 3 ingredients here that Lethal Precision is all that they do. So these are like guaranteed and they're common. You can get a lot of these. And then this is just electric resistance, so I don't have a problem sacrificing it for that. This one gives lockpicking, although there's other common ingredients that give lockpicking. So I'd probably be okay with this. This one is healing. But with healing, we've got 1, 2... I would include this as common enough. And the red herbs, if we find an island that's got them, we can just hit it with a... harvest. And stock up on it. So I think healing is pretty well in hand. So I could probably use these for Lethal Precision instead. So I feel like we got 3 like easy slots and then like negotiable 4th slot. It'd be really nice if there was some kind of farmable substance that gave us Lethal Precision. But I don't think there is. Anyway. Let's have a look around here. Let's see if there's anything interesting. Wait, what is that? That's definitely too low down to be what I thought it was. Sorry, it's very late in the stream. I'm sorry if you guys don't like Vogel Fry. Oh, there's got to be something interesting. Oh, alley-oop. Well, thank you, William Kimbrough. That is very kind of you. I mean, I'm good at a certain kind of games. I promise you, if I were to try to play like League of Legends or Apex or something like that, I'd be god awful. I'm not good at those high-paced games. But these like survival resource games, you know, I like to think of like the Batman games, you know, where you have time to plan and prepare. I'm good at those. I know, right? Look at that. I think that's how I'm going to describe it from now on. I mean, like, it's like if Voyager and Battlestar Galactica had a baby. So I don't think I'm going to do another Voyager because it's just going to look like this without the pontoons on the side. But, and I guess like the front section of it, whoa, that just came out of nowhere. Slow down here a little bit. Slow down there, Tiger. But yeah, I definitely want to do an Enterprise. I don't know how it's going to come out. I don't know if even in a max-sized ship, I don't know if there's enough space to make it look good. And to make it, like, functional, you know? Like, maybe I can make the saucer section, like, big enough, but will it be thick enough that I could actually do anything inside of it? Like, if I try to keep the dimensions, is the saucer section just going to be 2 blocks thick, you know, with nothing in, no space in between, have to build everything on top? Could you imagine me flying around in the Enterprise with like a crafting table on top of the bridge? But I don't know, there's a lot of cool ships out there. But like, when you guys see what I'm working on, man, it looks so good. And especially with the like the steamer pipes, the wooden pipes on the outside. And like if I get access to the steamer metal pipes, I'm swapping them out. Because that, I think, might make it look better. Actually, no, because I don't think the steamer metal pipes have lights on them. Do they? And it's the lights that make it look good. I get a little bit of coal. I've been walking past coal all day, but it's a little bit there. Nothing interesting in here. Yeah, I think so. If I were to make it like, because the engineering section is actually compared to the saucer section is quite small. Like the saucer section of the Enterprise, and I'm talking about the next generation one, Enterprise D, the Galaxy class. That one, like the saucer section is like, it's like 65% of the ship. The engineering section compared to that is like very tiny. And that was one of the things that I liked when they separated the two sections. I liked that they showed the engineering section by itself being more maneuver, like it moved quicker. It turned on a tighter radius than it did when it had the saucer section. And that makes sense because even though there's no gravity in space, objects still have mass. And so they're still going to have angular momentum when you try to turn. So even in space, the Enterprise is still going to turn slowly. And then when you get rid of all that mass, it's going to turn faster. But I'm thinking, like, I don't even think when we get 101 by 101, I don't even think that's going to be big enough to make the Enterprise. I'm going to try, but we'll see. It's like easier to make like a Borg cube because it's just a cube. And I totally want to do that. That's the final boss of ship builds is a Borg cube. And I know somebody else kind of sort of already built one. And it's 55 by 55 and it actually looks pretty decent. Like it actually looks pretty good. What am I doing? I don't see anything else on this island. I'll just grab this coal and head out. Wait. Nope. 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 I never did go back and do that, Wraith Lord. I completely forgot about it. Maybe? But I feel like that... I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to do that. Like, I get it. It makes sense because they are technically two... The Enterprise isn't one ship. It's like two different ships that are just kind of like super glued together. But I really just want to have like one functional bridge, especially since like this kind of sort of looks like the consoles on the bridge that the helm uses. I really think if I could pull it off, it would look awesome. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want two separate ships. Like I could park them in a way that it looks like, oh, look, they're separating the saucer section. And that would be awesome. I will say that. But I'd never be able to use them. I'd have to just park them and leave them. They'd be a museum piece. Yeah, it is some monstrous size like that. It is over 0.5 kilometers. It is a massive, massive ship. I think its population is something like 1,700? No, it's got to be way more than that. Because an aircraft carrier has like 4,000 to 6,000. And an aircraft carrier is way smaller than the Enterprise. And that only has the crew. It doesn't even have the crew's family. See, I'm going to look that up now. Enterprise D. There we go. Wow, I was right. It is about 1,000 people. Standard population USS Enterprise D, NCC 1701D, is typically 1,012 to 1,014 people, which includes Starfleet officers, enlisted crew members, civilian personnel, and the families of the crew. Huh. I knew I'd heard that. I knew I wasn't just making that number up. So if we scale that down, what would that be over 5? 641 divided by 5 would be like 108. That would have to be scaled down by more than that. It'd have to be scaled down by a 6-to-1 ratio. Not even 7-to-1, because 6-to-1 would still be, it'd be like 108. It would still be too big. Well, thank you, South African Gamer. Sorry, I've just been so engrossed in this conversation about the Enterprise. I put so much time over our working channel, and it's also said, hey, just so you guys know, one of my biggest fans that was helping me was South African Gamer. $640 over 5 is 128. Yeah, see, that's still too big. We'd have to scale it down a little bit more. Like, what is 6.5? Or what would it be? What's 640 over 6? That might work. 107 blocks. We only got to knock off 6. We're trying to calculate the dimensions of what the USS Enterprise would be if I tried to build it in this game. Which I definitely will be doing at some point. The other thing is, like, the saucer section on the Enterprise D isn't round like the one on the original Enterprise, Kirk's. Kirk's Enterprise, the saucer section was perfectly round. On the Enterprise D, it's more, I don't know, like egg-shaped. More, it's like a sideways oval. See, 106 is manageable. We only have to knock off 5 blocks. Yeah.
And I have a feeling even at 1/6 scale, it's going to be freaking huge. It's going to be gargantuan. I'm going to go over to that island and see if there's... This is going to be my last island for the night. I'm going to go see if there's some spine jaws, because it's a rocky island. So I'm going to go see if there's some spine jaws over there to get another egg. And then I'm going to head to that village, and that'll be it for the night. Oh, there's a temple on this island. Maybe I'll do the temple instead of the village. And then see if there's any elites down there. Let's see, South Africa, I think, is 8 hours behind my time zone. Or maybe it's 7. Anyway, it would be... one in the afternoon over there? Or is it ahead? No, they're ahead. So it would be like 6 in the morning over there, I think. This can't be the whole thing. Ah, okay, here we go. Where the heck is everything? How is this dungeon already cleared? Have I been here? I think I've already been here. Yeah, this looks familiar. Yeah, I was here already. I went in a circle. Alright. I can't believe I didn't notice that the island already said explored. Alright, well, I haven't been to that village yet, so we can go over there. So you're into wine, huh? They call South Africa the Napa Valley of Africa. They have over 500 wineries and vineyards there.
Uh, uh. All right. I'm going to go get some money. Well, I know someone who is a sommelier from that region of the world. They are from Cape Town, and they give me an earful about wine all the time. They love teaching about wine. Ta-da. Yeah, I know Nycup. I missed that. I like my eyes are all over the screen, and sometimes I miss stuff in chat. But at least I'm gonna get some aluminum. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff to sell. See? A person after my own heart. I'm a rum and coke guy, too. What's your favorite rum? Right now, I really, like, see, it's hard for me to pick just one. I like Sailor Jerry. For personal reasons. Someone who is, close to me who is no longer with us was named Jerry, and they were a sailor. And but actually, for flavor wise, I like Kraken. I just happen to have a key for that. It really is. Yes, it does have a very, like, sweet vanilla finish to it. That's why I like it. I got a sweet tooth. I kind of feel guilty because I'm Cuban, but I don't like Bacardi. Not even Bacardi Gold. Ryan Nephew? I've not heard of that one. Had it plenty of times, especially the strong overproof shit they got. Oh, they've got a fortified one? I don't know. For me, whenever any rum I've had, even like higher quality ones, when they have one that's like a higher proof, it always, to me, it doesn't taste like they just brewed it to a higher proof or like they, I don't know, like reduced it or something. It tastes like they just went and dumped Everclear in it. And it's like, I don't want that nastiness in my drink. I would rather than having a high proof drink, I'd rather just have a second drink. Tastes better. And I'm not talking like this the next day. I could have sworn I saw some market stalls over here. Oh, all right, I guess not. Captain Morgan's good. That's a good, like, if you're at a bar you've never been into before and you want to order something you know is good, Captain Morgan's a good one to get. Captain and Coke is not, you know, you can't go wrong with it. Bourbon and tequila. I'll do tequila. But I can't do anything lower. Like, I can't do Cuervo. I can't do anything lower than Patron. Like, I can't do Don Julio. It's just, if I'm gonna do it, it's gotta be a high quality one. I'll just skip it. And I have to have it cold. I know that sounds weird. Most people don't do tequila cold. I drink mine tequila cold. Ice cold Patron is like drinking water. It goes down so smooth, so clean, no taste. It's like drinking, you're just taking a shot glass of water. All right, I have a lot to do ahead of me, and I have not even finished my dinner yet. Patron, I do. How do you drink tequila? Oh, for mixing. I mean, when I do tequila, I do straight, but I mean, yeah, you could do, I don't know, Bloody Marys or pina coladas or stuff like that. You ever had there's a drink that's really popular. Like I have Latino friends, and so I go to Latino parties, and they have a drink called a vampiro, which has tequila in it, and it's pretty good. Well, like I said, I drink it cold, so I can't taste it. To me, it's just tastes like water. You keep the Patron in the freezer, right? It's alcohol; it won't freeze, but it'll get nice and icy cold. You pour that in a shot glass and pound it down. You won't taste it. You won't feel it until it gets to your liver. Then you'll definitely feel it. Yeah, but in Mexico, they drink it warm. I'm not like that. I don't like warm drinks. Unless it's like hot chocolate, which is supposed to be warm.
I need all my drink cold. Like, I can't do a whiskey neat. Gotta be on the rocks. I got like a whiskey stone or something. This guy, there's a YouTuber, had a video. He got a bottle of, oh, what's that stuff? They call it the Green Fairy. Oh, what's that? It's a green. Absinthe. This guy had a bottle of absinthe, and there's a warning label on it that says, do not drink neat. And he pours himself a glass and he drinks it neat. And he just falls out of his chair. Like, I don't care how hardcore of a drinker you are. I tried a shot of absinthe neat once and never again. It went in my nose. I started throwing up and it went in my nose. And it burns. And I couldn't smell anything but black licorice for days. There are some things that just should not go into the human body. Anyway, this has been delightful. Beer at room temp. No. You got... Well, I guess it depends on the beer. I mean, if you're talking about some cheap stuff, you know, like Bud Light, you're gonna want that on a cold, ice cold Bud Light on a hot day. But other than that, I mean, I suppose there are some beers that are okay warm, but nah, can't do warm beer. Can't do it. Anyway, I really gotta get going, guys. This has been delightful. Thank you all for joining me this evening. Thank you all for subscribing and helping me get over the line. And thanks for checking out my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys on Monday. Bye.